Donnie and Dolly. The team is supported by ableauctions.ca. Closing your business? We can help. And King of Floors, your vinyl, laminate, and engineered flooring superstore.
Just ahead of Chris Tanev, all of our Thursday guests presented by White Spot. Looking for a culinary adventure? Try White Spot's new crab cake burger in their adventurous new burger lineup. Available for dine-in, takeout, and delivery only at White Spot. As we bring in, I'm with Ryan. Hard to say, even though it's been a while now. Hard to say. Calgary Flames defenseman Chris Tanev. Chris, thanks for doing this. How are you, sir?
I'm great. How are you guys doing?
Very
Good.
well, very well. How would you describe your first season in Calgary?
Yeah, obviously it was a different season with everything going on with COVID and no fans and shortened schedule and everything like that. But it was a season where I felt like I played well and did a lot of good things. Obviously, we didn't accomplish our goal as a team to make the playoffs, which sucks watching hockey right now, to be honest. But overall, went pretty well.
Are you watching games, Chris? Are you able to do that?
Yeah, I'm watching more than I usually would, I think, just with all the COVID stuff happening. And I mean, patios just opened up here in Alberta yesterday, so I mean, now you're able to go out and do a little bit more. But before that, I was definitely watching more games than I would normally.
How strange was it to put that Flames uniform on for the first time?
Yeah, well, obviously it was different for sure. After playing in Vancouver for 10 years and sort of, I mean, living there for a third of my life, it's a long time. A lot of good memories. You meet a ton of good people, made a lot of friends. But I mean, at the end of the day, it was when you put that uniform on, you're on a new team, or you're starting a new path to your career, and it was definitely an exciting moment.
Hey, Chris, you played all 56 games. I know you had an injury near the end of the regular season with the Flames, but you played all 56 games. The season before with Vancouver, you played a lot there as well. How do you explain? I think there was an equipment adjustment with you, if I'm not mistaken. How do you explain your durability the last two seasons?
Oh, yeah. I mean, last year in Van with the trainers, Mac and Patty and Red, they did a good job finding me some new gear that would help protect me. I mean, I feel like I got unlucky for those 3 years. I didn't play that much, and obviously it was a tough stretch of hockey for me. But I broke my leg basically in the same place twice, so they sort of made the adjustment for me, which has helped quite a bit. And I've been fortunate enough to play every game in the last 2 years, which is definitely a good accomplishment for me.
Chris, 10 years in Vancouver. You were a big part of the community, big part of the dressing room. How tough was it to leave the city?
Yeah, extremely tough. I mean, when you're, like I said, I spent a third of my life there. I mean, at the time when I was making the decision, it was obviously a very tough one. As I said, you meet such good people, great friends in and out of the organization, in and out of hockey. But I mean, as I said, at the end of the day, it was time to move on, and I'm happy I made the decision to become a Calgary Flame.
Were you? Did you feel disrespected in any way, Chris, on how the negotiations went? You got no call, you got no offers for a whole year, then all of a sudden one at the last second.
Yeah, I mean, it's been over a year since then, so I mean, it's time goes by and everything, and you move on, right? So I mean, it's a business, right? So I mean, at the end of the day, everyone understands that, and things happen for a reason. So I mean, there was business decisions done on both sides, and as I said, I decided to move on and join Calgary Flames, and I'm extremely happy that I did.
10 years ago, the Stanley Cup Finals, Chris, in Vancouver with Boston. Take us back to your memories of that.
Yeah, it's a long time ago. But the first year playing, I think I got called up in January and was basically up the rest of the year. And due to some injuries, I got to play in the conference final and finals, which was an amazing experience for me and my family and friends to be able to watch me play in the Stanley Cup final. Obviously, we didn't win, and we lost Game 6 and 7, and I mean, you sort of remember that for the rest of your career. So I mean, especially as you get older, you don't realize at that age. I think I was 20 or 21. You don't realize that you're not going to get that opportunity every year.
Like you say, 10 years, time flies. But a decade ago this month, Chris, you undrafted, you come out of RIT, which nobody in Vancouver had heard of, and all of a sudden you're playing in regular season games and you're plopped into the playoffs, into the Stanley Cup final. You never looked overwhelmed by the situation. Where does that calm come from? Where does that confidence come from?
I don't know. I just think that's sort of how I played the game. Growing up, I've been cut by too many teams and told by too many people that I wasn't a good player. So at the end of the day, you just go out and you play and you try to have fun and enjoy it. And I mean, you have to give credit to all the older guys in Vancouver that helped me so much. I mean, Juice and Hammer and Bally and obviously the Twins and Kess. I mean, there's such a great core group of older guys there that helped me so much and basically just allowed me to be me and play my game.
Chris, you said something there, and you know all about minor hockey and how many dreams there are out there. But just reading your Wikipedia page and how many times you were cut at the old midget level. Was there a time when you thought about giving up on your dream, and how were you able to persevere through that?
Yeah, I mean, I basically quit hockey for my, I think, minor midget and midget years. So I mean, yeah, it's obviously tough, and it goes through your mind that you're maybe gonna quit and then move on and then just go to university with some of my friends. But I mean, I definitely give credit to my parents. They pushed me to stay in the game, and I mean, if anyone's met my dad, they know how persistent he is, and he definitely was a driving force in me continuing to play hockey after those 2 years.
Yeah, I think it's a great story because so there's people who, if their kid gets cut in Atom from an Atom rep team, that's it. The dream is over. They're upset at everybody. I think they should check out your Wikipedia page and just find out what perseverance is all about. Hey, how often do you think of 2011? How often does it come up in your mind?
Comes up here and there. I mean, every time you're watching the playoffs and you sort of get closer to the finals, you think about it. I mean, that time went by so quick, and I was almost too young where I didn't appreciate it as much as I should have, because as I said earlier, you don't realize it then, but you think you're going to be in that situation every year, and you're going to be able to make the playoffs and play in the conference finals and the finals, but that just doesn't happen. The game is it's a tough game with too many good teams, and I mean, every year you're either in or out, and as you get older, you start to look back on it more, for sure.
Hey, Chris, we got a kid named here, Quinn Hughes. You played with him, and I don't think he was doing cartwheels when you left. What's the limit for this kid? When you played with him, you know the defenseman better than anyone else, but when you think of Quinn Hughes, what do you think of in the future?
I mean, as I've said it time and time again, I think Quinn's going to be the best defenseman in the league at some point. He has every tool. He's smart. He skates. His skills are incredible. His edge work's awesome. Plus, I mean, off the ice, he's such a great kid, and he wants to win every time, every night, and he'll do whatever it takes. So, I mean, I think Quinn is only going to get better as he plays more and more in the NHL.
Chris, thanks so much for this. Above and beyond, all the best.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. All the best to you guys as well.